My colleagues have tried to whip up a faux scandal about this 2-day lapse in their ability to spread Hunter Biden propaganda on a private media platform. Silly does not even begin to capture this obsession.
Silly doesn't even begin to describe leftists' attempt to discredit the House Oversight Committee investigation into the federal government's involvement in big tech censorship of free speech online. On this week's episode of CensorTrack with Paiten, we're calling out leftist attempts to negate the impact of the sinister Hunter Biden scandal censorship, a story that, contrary to leftist claims, is still incredibly relevant even 2 years after the 2020 elections. Almost as if taken from the same talking points, Democratic Congressman Jamie Raskin and the media painted conservatives as extremists on a witch hunt. A Rolling Stone headline complained that Republicans' Hunter Biden obsession was entering overdrive. In case anyone needs a reminder, and it seems Rolling Stone does, the Hunter Biden scandal implicated the Biden family in alleged corrupt foreign business dealings. Since when is it obsessive to be concerned about political corruption? The Washington Post questioned the motive for these hearings by asking what Republican counterparts stand to gain from dredging up a 2-year-old content moderation decision made by a group of executives who have already acknowledged it was a mistake. You know what we stand to gain? The truth. The ongoing Twitter files are peeling back the layers of the government's involvement in big tech censorship. It's absurd to claim that we are drumming up an irrelevant 2-year-old story. Ignoring developments uncovered in the Twitter files would be like refusing to open a cold case after discovering new evidence. New information demands renewed investigation. Also, the media has the audacity to call this story irrelevant, a story that has been verified after they spent 2+ years drooling over the debunked Trump-Russia collusion narrative. When Raskin wasn't deflecting from the Hunter Biden laptop censorship, he spent his time at the public hearing mocking conservatives for daring to be concerned about government collusion with big tech companies.
This morning, we return not to focus on advancing this robust agenda of progress, but instead to take up an authentically trivial pursuit, all based on the obsessive victimology of right-wing politics in America. The majority has called a hearing to revisit a 2-year-old story about a private editorial decision by Twitter not to allow links to a single New York Post article made for a 2-day period that had no discernible influence on anyone or anything.
No discernible influence? In 2020, a Media Research Center poll found that 45% of President Joe Biden's voters said they were unaware of the New York Post story exposing the financial scandal involving Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Had they known about the scandal, 9.4% of Biden voters said they would not have voted for him. This shift would have flipped all 6 of the swing states that former President Donald Trump needed to secure the presidency. I'd call that pretty influential. Raskin then tried to play the "Twitter is a private company" card.
The key point here is that it was Twitter's decision. Twitter is a private media company. In America, private media companies can decide what to publish or how to curate content however they want.
Apparently, Raskin missed the memo. The censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop story was not a simple internal decision. The Twitter files have documented numerous interactions with government agencies. And let's also not neglect to mention that federal legislation, Section 230, provides a shield to big tech companies that other companies are not afforded. Former head of Trust and Safety Yoel Roth confirmed Twitter's interactions with the government in Wednesday's hearing.
Yes, Twitter regularly received reports from government requesting review under our rules.
Last time I checked, one of the reasons we have the First Amendment is to prevent the government from restricting speech. Leftists in the media and in Congress are doing everything they can to deny big tech censorship. Unfortunately for them, the evidence is undeniable. MRC Free Speech America has just crossed the threshold of 5,000 documented cases of big tech censorship in our exclusive CensorTrack.org database. Join MRC Free Speech America in holding big tech accountable. We must continue to call on big tech and media companies to mirror the First Amendment, provide transparency, clarity on so-called hate speech, and equal footing for conservatives. If you like this video, share it with others. Every like, comment, and share helps us achieve our mission of combating and neutralizing big tech bias and censorship. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on CensorTrack with Paiten.